The rape trial of Catholic priest Geoff Drew is being delayed. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Craig McKee.
I'm Tanya O'Rourke. Geoff Drew will enter a plea on Monday, or the trial will be rescheduled. Drew faces 9 counts of rape for the alleged sexual assault of an altar boy more than 30 years ago. Chief investigative reporter Craig Cheatham examines the evidence and why the case is so important to survivors of priest abuse.
Geoff Drew is accused of raping an altar boy repeatedly from 1988 to 91 at St. Jude Catholic Church and School in Green Township. The alleged victim says he was 10 when Drew, the church music director at the time, started sexually assaulting him in Drew's church office during and after school.
It's the opinion of my office that he is a very credible, strong witness in this case.
In August 2019, Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dieters discussed the case during a news conference and confirmed the alleged victim testified before the grand jury that indicted Drew.
It was emotional for him. It was emotional for the grand jury.
The alleged victim, now in his 40s, is expected to testify at Drew's trial. Drew maintains he's innocent. His attorney has not said if the priest will testify in his own defense. Court records show there's another man who says Drew sexually assaulted him decades ago at St. Jude. He may also be called to testify. Prosecutors say they couldn't file charges against Drew for his alleged abuse because of the statute of limitations. According to court records, other witnesses, including a former clergyman, claim they saw Drew inappropriately touch boys during the late 1980s and early 90s, the period Drew is accused of raping the boy. Prosecutors and the defense subpoenaed Drew's records from the Archdiocese of Cincinnati. Those records include internal reports on Drew's conduct and detailed church questionnaires examining his psychosocial behavior and spirituality.
I think the trial is going to be hell for survivors.
Jerry Aaron says the trial will bring back painful memories of his own abuse by a priest, abuse that he says happened after he posed for this photograph. But Aaron says he wants Drew's alleged rape victim to know he has support.
Jerry, how closely will you be watching this trial?
I'm going to watch it extremely closely. If I could get into the trial, I would. I doubt if we'll be allowed in. I think the man needs an enormous amount of support, and I want to be as supportive as I possibly can. Just can't even imagine what he's going through. To me, he's an incredible hero. He can't get any money. He's closed out by the civil statute of limitations. He's only doing this for the kids, the ones now and the ones in the future.
Drew has been held in jail on a $5 million bond since his arrest 21 months ago. Some of Drew's supporters visited him in the Hamilton County Justice Center before COVID restrictions and exchanged letters and phone calls with the priest, who one supporter described as a good man being railroaded. Craig Cheatham, WCPO 9, I-18.
Drew's accuser came forward in July of 2019. He shared his story with Green Township Police after hearing complaints that Drew had behaved inappropriately around boys in recent years. You can learn more about that by going to WCPO.com.